With so many hair trends out there, it's easier than ever to change things up. But new trends move once beloved styles to the back burner, and soon they're headed toward extinction. As they say, it's out with the old and in with the new. Here are the trends we ditched in 2019. Ombré hair was a trend you may have never wanted to give up. It's French for shadow, easy to maintain over time, and according to hair giant Matrix, the overall look of ombré hair color can change as your hair grows out, which many clients enjoy. But it seems all great hair trends must come to an end, and ombré is, quote, definitely over. At least according to Chaz Dean, a renowned celebrity hairstylist and founder of When Hair and Body Care. John Arago, runway hairstylist and owner of Boston-based John Arago Studios, agrees, saying, people are starting to go for more natural-looking color, like a balayage. With balayage highlights, the colors blend seamlessly into the hair without having bleached ends like ombré. It's overall a more natural way to brighten the hair. When it came to the rainbow or unicorn hair trend, those otherworldly colors were hard to resist. But 2019 saw the end of this mythical trend, at least on grown adult women. Hairstylist Joey Ferlin said, bleaching your hair and then dyeing in all shades of the rainbow is a phase many teen girls go through, and that's fine. The thing is, this trend managed to shift its way up to people in their 20s, 40s, and even 60s in recent years. And now people are starting to realize it's maybe better left to the teeny boppers.
How would you like a hairstyle that looks like a rainbow helmet?
Yes!
Considering the style fades quickly and does a whole lot of damage, the upkeep on rainbow hair was far from magical. Ferlin added, the trend towards punky colors has thankfully packed up its bags and headed back to the 90s where it belongs. Unless you have short hair, the messy bun has likely become one of your favorite hairstyles. It's one of those day-to-night looks that somehow works just as well at the gym as it does on a date. Unfortunately, this effortless hair trend has started to fall by the wayside. Even Meghan Markle, the queen of the messy bun, seems to have retired her signature look.
We're almost at Meghan's status.
We're almost at Meghan's status.
Royal.
Celebrity hairstylist Patrice Vinci, founder of Patrice Vinci Salon, said women are, quote, moving to a more polished look, just like the Duchess of Sussex. She said, think Meghan Markle's low bun, which sits on her neck for an effortless, chic statement. Hairstylist Troy Alexandros of Salon 64 offered another bun-like solution, telling Express, a tiny updo is also a great way to hide fuzzy edges and curls which can appear after a hard, busy day of royal affairs. Although bangs hit 2019 with a bang, they're fading out just as fast as they appeared. John Arago says blunt bangs have officially been replaced by the new bang on the block. She reports, now we are seeing a softer fringe or wisp bang and even a micro bang. The thick blunt bang is not the trend anymore. Shorter pieces and styles are much softer around the face. This is, after all, what many people are after when opting for bangs in the first place. According to Holly Pistis, a hairstylist at Chicago-based Gordon Salons, many people like how bangs frame their face and break up their hairstyle. But for a lot of people, it seems blunt bangs just couldn't do the trick. Achieving platinum blonde hair is quite literally a process. In fact, it can often be a double process. Spoken Wheel co-owner, hairstylist, and color director Christine Thompson explained to Birdie, bleach or enlightener is decolorizing the hair by breaking up the natural melanin in the hair.
Oh my god.
Because the roots usually lighten more than the ends, another round of bleach is used to get a single cohesive color. Hairstylist Elizabeth Heiserode at Cutler Salon explained to Teen Vogue that bleach is hard on your hair. She cautioned, removing color out of the hair can be very damaging and often doesn't lift to light blonde tones without breaking. Also, very fine textured hair can break easily with bleach applied, so also take your hair texture into consideration. Although the platinum hair trend was fun while it lasted, your tresses will be relieved to know that this trend is dying out. Stylist John Arago says, the trend now is a less harsh-looking color. It's more about the faded pastels and golden tones, especially for blondes. According to L'Oreal, the ash hair trend is similar to platinum hair but looks more natural and calls for darker roots. The company claims it's technically a cool-toned color, which means it tends to look more flattering on people with cool-toned skin, lighter complexions with blue or green eyes, for example. But just as platinum hair has become less popular, Ruby Hook, hairstylist and salon manager at Brown's Hairdressers, confirmed that, quote, real ash tones in the hair have calmed down considerably as 2019 barrels towards its end. Instead of opting for more of a silver hue, Hook said her clients are asking for more golden tones. If you're looking to avoid ash tones, Mitra Mir, a hair color expert at Hershins, said you'll want to communicate that to your hairstylist. She told Cosmo, ask your stylist for golds, coppers, and peaches. These are all warmer tones. Take a picture of the shade you want, but if you're not sure, a good colorist should be able to advise you on which hair colors will suit and which won't. Artificial gray hair was a massive trend in 2018, according to stylist Ruby Hook. But by 2019, though, Hook said its status was, quote, not so much. If you tried the silvery gray hair trend, you know that it was pretty annoying to maintain. That said, you may be happy to hear that it's on its way out. Explaining the process, Daniel Savant, hairstylist and owner of Savant Salon, told Phoenix New Times that bleaching is just the first step in getting the desired color. Next, a bluing rinse is used to prevent the hair from looking yellow and add some variation to the gray. After your hair is sufficiently colored, you need to avoid sulfate-based shampoos and have additional dye added every other week, and visit the salon for a root touch-up monthly. According to Savant, most people ended up hating how it looked and went back to their former color within 6 weeks. The bob may have been the most versatile haircut that ever existed. The A-line bob, in particular, has served us well for many years. Back in 2016, according to HuffPost, the look was certainly in at the time. But fast forward to 2019, and this carefree cut has lost some steam. Yet not every iteration has hit the highway. Hairstylist Faye Norris of Neighborhood Salon says, there's a lot of variations of the bob, and the hottest on the market right now is a boyishly soft yet blunt bob with the length hitting mid-neck. Any version of the bob with the back being shorter than the front is pretty much over for 2019. There was a time when you could skip the heat and get the beach wave look by securing freshly washed hair into buns and going to sleep.
Messy, undone, not much effort, but secretly it takes about 30 minutes, waves.
But this low-key hair trend might have been too good to last forever. Celeb hairstylist Patrice Vinci says the style is now being given the glamorous Hollywood treatment. But it's not all bad news. As it turns out, beach waves may have actually been more time-consuming than their upgrade. Vinci said the updated style is full of volume and borrows inspiration from a signature look you might find on Kate Middleton. She explained, the direction of curling this style needs to be one way only, and often curling forward gives a face a flattering look with polished, well-defined waves. Gabriella Goldring, hairstylist and co-founder of Eunice and May Blow-Dry Bar, says that highlights, at least the way we've always known them, quote, no longer really exist. Those stripy, defined highlights have since been replaced with techniques like balayage, and it's not hard to figure out why. Goldring explained, stiff styles have been booted out in favor of more flowery, natural hair, and balayage most certainly fits the bill. Another natural-looking style, dubbed dirty brunette, has also taken the place of traditional highlights. With the exception of the seemingly timeless and classic Hollywood wave look, Goldring says very glam and overstyled looks are out as people are favoring a more undone, lived-in look.
Cool. I love.
An Cotran and Johnny Ramirez, hairstylists and co-owners of the Ramirez Tran Salon in Beverly Hills, have essentially perfected this trend, and they have some tips for pulling off the look. Ramirez says both color and cut are equally important, telling Elle, we've had clients come in for color, and then another hairdresser at a different salon will chop all the work off, which defeats the purpose. An has always been very respectful with the way he cuts. If he wants to do something a little more fun and edgy, I'll follow his lead and highlight pieces that will complement his layers to add depth. In fashion, blush is in. When it comes to hair color, though, the obsession with this hue has died down. Throughout 2018, pink was everywhere. Ruby Hook, hairstylist and salon manager at Brown's Hairdressers, said, we took a lot of bookings for summer, vacations, and festivals.
I'm obsessed!
But by 2019, pink was already out. Years ago, you may not have imagined that pink hair would have actually become common, but nevertheless, that's definitely what happened. Midge Wilson, a psychology professor at DePaul University, told Teen Vogue in 2015, "If society is accepting of pink hair right now, it makes us more apt to dye our hair pink, therefore perpetuating the cycle." As cool as pink hair was, it did require a considerable amount of upkeep, and thanks to all that extra work, we're not too sad to say goodbye. If you've been relying on relaxers to straighten your hair, cosmetologist Amber Ko says enough is enough. Not only did the hair trend die out in 2019, but Ko called it, quote, "a huge no-no for 2020, warning devoted fans, hair relaxers are horrible for your hair because they contain lye. They can damage your hair and scalp if used incorrectly, and even cause hair loss. This process leaves the hair weak, brittle, and prone to breakage, and honestly, don't we love our natural curls anyway? If you're not thrilled with your curls as they are, Ko recommends trying a keratin treatment as opposed to a relaxer. This process can help, quote, "loosen your curls and make them bouncy," according to the expert. Although fades had women ditching their stylists for barbers in the years past, 2019 marked the beginning of the end for this trend. Jamie DeGrazia, award-winning stylist and owner of Chicago-based salon Logan Parlor, says, quote, "bald fades or skin fades have all but died out." In 2017, back at the height of the hair trend, Tahira Wright of Instagram's The Cut Life revealed how women could get themselves a less masculine fade, telling Stylecaster, "Tell the barber you want soft lines and a cleaned-up look, and not to give you harsh lines like a man." It's really that simple. Despite being a simple and quick hairstyle, the fade has, well, all but faded away. Hair extensions are only getting more and more popular as time goes on, but some types of extensions are surpassing others.
I've had some really bad hair extensions.
Amber Ko revealed that the hair trend of braided tracks, aka sewn-in extensions, are being done away with, and for good reason. Francesca Fusco, a New York City-based dermatologist who specializes in hair loss, explained to Allure, sewn-in extensions are more damaging than glue-in, which in America are called individual keratin extensions. The cornrowing involved in the sewn-in process is stressful on the hair and the hair follicles. There's more weight on the surface area with sewn-in extensions than individual keratin strands. Ko agrees that sewn-in tracks are indeed damaging and recommends an alternative type of extension, saying, "Beaded tracks are a new, healthier way to install those wefts of hair. They minimize stress and tension and can be removed with ease." Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more list videos about your favorite style trends are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.